Give me a minute of your time, and I will blow your mind. If you have lived in the United States your entire life and have only traveled within this country, then there is one thing that you have never been able to do. Parents, grandparents, teachers, employers, drill sergeants may have at some point told you to stand straight up or stand straight, which is impossible to do here in the good old USA. You've never been able to stand straight for your entire life. You've always stood sideways. I know that sounds crazy, right? Let me explain. We know that the Earth rotates on its axis. So you have the North, let me show you, the North and the South Pole, and it rotates on its axis. It keeps rotating and rotating and rotating. Okay? So, with that being said, you have the United States. You have the North Pole, the South Pole, the United States. And if there was a satellite looking down on the United States, and it was looking down at you, it would see the top of your head. It sees the top of buildings, it sees the top of everything, because the Earth is rotating on its axis. There's the North Pole and the South Pole. So let's say the United States, as it's rotating on its axis, ends up over here. Well then, there you are, standing on the United States. Before, you were here, and it was looking at the top of your head. But as the Earth rotated, now it's looking at you from a side view. The only true way that you'd be standing straight up is if you were at the North Pole. And if you were at the South Pole, then you'd be upside down. So, if you're at the North Pole, then you're standing straight up. If you're at the South Pole, you're standing upside down. For our entire lives, we've always stood sideways. I'm not making that up. We've always been taught to believe that we could stand up straight. It's absolutely impossible. If you live in the United States and have been here in your entire life and haven't traveled to the North Pole, then you have never stood up straight. Food for thought.